Welcome to the Legal Code, the YouTube channel dedicated to answering your legal questions. If it's your first time here, my name is Miriam Greenidge and I'm a licensed New York attorney. I specialize in helping small businesses, entrepreneurs, content creators build their business as well as protect any intellectual property that they may have. If you like the information in this video, I would so appreciate if you would like and subscribe. And if you have any questions and ideas about future videos, you could drop that in the comment section. I always read the comments, and that will really help me know how to narrow this channel down to topics that might be interesting to all of you. So without further ado, we will get into the topic of this video. So in this video, I want to discuss fair use as it relates to copyright. I promised in my earlier video about copyright infringement, how to avoid receiving a copyright infringement notice, that I would discuss fair use. So this is an opportunity to go through that to make sure it's clear to all of you. So before I begin, I want to define what copyright is. So copyright is an artistic expression that's fixed in a specific medium, meaning it is art that's fixed in the real world, something that we can feel, we can touch, and the categories of copyright include, but are not limited to, music, videos, books, photography. These are the categories of copyright, and these are things that we can feel and touch and that exist in the real world. So it's important that you know that copyright does not exist in one's head. It actually must be manifested in the physical realm in order to have any protection. Now, the creator of the copyrighted work has the exclusive right to use the copyright in any way he or she sees fit. She has the right to sell it, license it, distribute it, copy it. And she or he only has the exclusive right unless that copyright creator allows someone else to use it. So with that being said, that exclusive right belongs to that original creator. Now, the other side of this is fair use. Fair use is the unlicensed right to use a copyrighted work. How, you may add? Well, the law sees it that freedom of expression is important in this society. Therefore, someone has the right to use someone else's work without permission, and I wink when I say that, under certain categories. And we're gonna go through those categories. So the first category of fair use includes parody. So parody is an imitation, a comical imitation of the original work. So it's a sort of like a comedy of something that's not intended to be comical of the original work. And examples of parody include Weird Al, who is a musician who parodies pop culture, who's had a very successful career making fun of musicians and music videos and recreating them to be comical. Another example of parody includes 50 Shades of Black, which is a comical interpretation of 50 Shades of Grey. Also Austin Powers, which is a comical interpretation of James Bond. There's so many. And so these are permissible because they are using the original work, but they're having a comical twist that makes it permissible. So it's not a full-right copying of the work. It actually involves some creativity. So the law sees this and says, hey, let's protect these people because they're using the original work. However, they have their own take on it and making it funny. Therefore, it's not really a copyright infringement, and we should allow protection for this. Another example of fair use is criticism. So if you have a video up and you're criticizing a movie or what you don't like about the movie, that's permissible under fair use because you're pretty much creating your work just to critique the original source of the work. Another example is commentary. We see this when movie critics make commentary about a movie. Also, we have a lot of YouTubers whose channels do breakdowns of movies. One of my favorites is Karina Lude. She does a really good job of doing commentary about movies and doing feminine breakdowns to discuss issues of femininity and elegance in society, and that's permissible under fair use. Also, news reporting is fair use because it's a platform that just talks about the news. Another one is scholarship and research. So in the world of academia, students are permitted to use the original source of their work in their papers, in their thesis, in their dissertations, as long as they credit it to the original creator of the work. But that's permitted under fair use as a form of scholarship. And so the law protects this. So those are the ways of knowing whether or not fair use is applicable. Also, with that being said, I wanted to get into disclaimers, like fair use disclaimers. I see this often in YouTube videos where the YouTuber will just have a disclaimer, and I'm just gonna show you a photo of that here, and think that's enough to warrant that that fair use applies. These disclaimers do nothing, as a matter of fact. The disclaimer that says I intend not to copyright has no bearing and does not absolve you of copyright infringement. What you can do, and this is what I would recommend, is that if you're using another creator's work, always ask for permission. And I mentioned this in my earlier video. Ask for permission, get permission in writing, and give credit to that person's work. That is a foolproof way of making sure that you don't run into any issues of copyright infringement. Disclaimers do nothing. Original creators do not care about your intention not to copyright. They care that you're copywriting and you're not giving them credit. So that's a foolproof way, and that's a strategy for your business. And your takeaway is that, hey, there's nothing wrong with getting inspiration from someone else's work and wanting to include it in your video, but always ask for permission. And if you don't get permission, that's fine. Just keep asking, ask someone else for permission. You don't have to use that source, but that allows that creator to have some autonomy in their work and know that you respect their work, because people don't want to go to litigation. They don't want to sue about copyright infringement. They don't. They just want credit for their work, and they want you to respect that they created this work and attribute credit to them. So with that being said, that's the breakdown about fair use. Hopefully the information in this video is helpful. If you have any questions, you could drop it in the comments section below and I will answer. And again, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Hopefully you did. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.